Did Lester Prosper blow up your phone after you
Of
won
course,
the
I
championship?
think, of course he did. Like I tell you, Lester, that's gonna be your last championship because I'm about to be on the court, my boy.
What was the biggest adjustment you have to make since becoming a dad? How good are you at changing diapers now?
I'm great. I feel like as far as a dad,
How much do you love the Indonesian culture?
I love it. Indonesians are very loud people and they love to gossip, you know, especially my Bali family.
PJ has a lot of young players, up and coming stars on the team. Do you feel like they need to encourage local players to go overseas more in the future?
For sure, yeah, of course. I mean,
If you could change one rule in the IBL, what would it be?
the championship finals in a bigger arena, man. We need at least like 6,000, maybe 10,000 fans, man. Like, come on, like basketball is so entertaining, more entertaining than sepak bola. I want to be a part of it and help, like, you know, basketball be available to the kids in the kampung, you know? Because we need basketball and get better and maju in Indonesia.
What's up IBL fans? Kita balik lagi di IBL TakeOver podcast bersama gue Rocky Padilla. Dan hari ini, oh my god, this is gonna be so much fun, man. Ini adalah salah satu pemain yang punya personality luar biasa. Lalu juga small forward from Pelita Jaya Basketball. We have the one and only Brandon Juara.
Yo, what's up, baby? Hey, thank you IBL for having me. Thank you Rocky for hosting me, man. Excited to be here.
We gotta start with what? Selamat siang.
How selamat siang.
Ini banyak yang request, a lot of people requested untuk pakai bahasa.
Oh my god. I got susah to get my point across, you know?
Okay.
Yeah.
So we got
Bahasa Inggris aja ya.
Okay, kita bahasa Inggris aja. So, I had to ask this for the first question. Did Lester Prosper blow up your phone after you won the championship?
I think, of course he did. He probably blew up everyone's phone on PJ that he's close to, you know, a lot of the imports. But I'm happy for him. You know, congratulations to Lester and Dewa, well-deserved. You know, he's been going through a lot here in Indonesia, a lot of scrutiny. But I'm happy, you know, at 36, he came out on top, man, and got a championship. But like I tell you, Lester, that's going to be your last championship because I'm about to be on the court, my boy.
I cannot imagine what he was saying to you, though.
Oh yeah, you know, you can call me Uncle Champ, but I'm happy for him, man. I know how hard the guy works, day in and day out, man, and it's well deserved.
How did this relationship with you and Lester come about, though?
Team Nas days for Coach Toro, man. Like, yo, we had to grind. Like, it was tough 2-a-days, and we would just always compete against each other and push each other to be great and to try to do our best to bring Indonesian basketball, you know, to the next level. Since then, bro, it's just the fire was always lit between us, you know. And during practice, we would talk a lot, you know, because it was his team versus my team. So we would compete every day, like, okay, who's gonna win? Like, we would fight. Yeah, we gotta win. Like, you know, we're both like very highly competitive people, and you know, that's how it started, bro.
Okay, let's flash back a little bit to the IBL finals. Were you surprised though PJ dropped 2 games back to back at home?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, we have the home crowd backing us. We've been playing great basketball. I felt like the momentum was on our side. I felt like after that first game we won at Dewa, we were going to get the second one at home. And I just felt like guys were just a little too content, you know. Kind of got a little big-headed. But, you know, it's a game of basketball. I guess both of those days were in our days. And, you know, we didn't come out with a win. But hopefully next year will be different.
Because I think they were like that because Game 1, they won very convincingly.
Yeah, exactly.
17 points, I think?
Yeah, double digits, yeah. But that's the game of basketball. You know, anything can happen on any given day, and I feel like you just never get comfortable, you know, especially that last game, up 12, 6 minutes left, only scored 1 point, you know, which was a free throw. But, yeah, man, I just wish things were a little different. You know, I wish I was out there on the floor. But it is what it is. We gotta get back to practice, keep working hard, and hopefully we can win a championship and then get back on a track for this upcoming season.
But what went through your mind when you saw Dewa United celebrating on your floor?
Bro, I was so frustrated. I wanted to punch Lester. No, literally, I was like, wanted to punch the air. I was so frustrated, lost for words, because I know, like, even Pablo, the coach, after the game was like, things would have been a little different if you were out on that floor. And, I still think about, like, what happens if I was out there? Situations would have been different. And in my gut, like, I believe that we would have won if I was out there, just with the leadership. Even if I'm not scoring, just the way that I affect winning when I'm out there, just doing the dirty work, you know what I mean? Unfortunately, I wasn't out there. So, it's just me as a competitor and as a winner. I just wish that things didn't unfold the way it was, as far as my injury, things along that nature. But, this gives me more motivation to just work as hard as I can, for this next season.
But how was it for you though, on the sideline, kind of help the team and just watching that last 6 minutes?
I know it was so frustrating for me. Like, yeah, like I said, like I was just so frustrated. I didn't, I don't know how I could have helped the team because I wasn't out there on the floor, and I was just trying to just give them positive reinforcement. Like, just don't get comfortable, guys. Don't be content. But I feel like the players I'm behind the bench. We only can say so much, and the guys that are on the floor, I think they're in the moment of the game. So if I say something, they're gonna be like, it's gonna go in here and out the other. You know what I mean? But there definitely should been, I believe, a few adjustments. Down that 6 minute stretch. But yeah, man, it is what it is.
Now let's talk about your injury. You sprained your ankle against KBS,
Yeah.
I think in April. Was it more than a sprained ankle?
Yeah, I mean, well, I tore my CFL ligament and my ATFL ligament, and then I was doing conservative rehab for about 2 months because I initially stepped on Thibodeau's foot,
Okay.
right? Yeah, I went to approach for a layup and I stepped on his foot, and it might have all went at the same time, but just because of my adrenaline, I just kept like doing physical therapy, kept doing my stretches, strength training, and everything like that because I felt like I was fine. So that's why I was like, okay, I'll be able to come play playoffs. But unfortunately,
You were able to walk
yeah, I was able to walk.
without
Yeah.
ACL?
Yeah.
That's
It was crazy. It was crazy. And I was like pushing myself to the max, like, and I just couldn't go. I was like, there's no way I'll be able to play. It could have been much worse than it actually was, right? I could have probably completely torn my ACL, or who knows what would happen.
So when can the IBL fans expect Waktu to be back on the court?
My thing is February. February is the goal. Hopefully I can get back on the court before that. But at the moment, I've just learned to accept it because as a basketball player, that's a competitor, like, and just seeing the team playing all Indonesia now, it's like I want to be out there, but unfortunately I can't. So I'm just trying to do everything that I can to stay mentally sane. Whether it's meditation, just hanging out with my family. Now I can shoot the ball, so I've been shooting the ball. So, I'm progressing, and that's a beautiful thing to see.
And another beautiful thing is you can spend a lot of time with your daughter now.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Full-time dad?
Of course, yeah, full-time dad. Spent a lot of time with my wife. Got another baby coming next month, so it's a blessing in disguise, to be honest. But I do miss getting out there on the basketball floor, whether it's practice or just being around my teammates and things along that nature.
But becoming a dad and a professional basketball player, how do you balance the demands of being a professional athlete with your responsibilities as a dad?
Well, time management is super essential, and my wife being super supportive also, she's great. So she understands, the things that I need to do for my body as far as basketball practice, my physical therapy. It's basically a 9 to 5 for me. The amount of time that I spend every day, working as a professional athlete. But then, since I've been injured, so sometimes, of course, like I'm stressed, you know what I mean? But just coming home to my wife and my daughter, like I feel like everything just goes out the door, and I'm just fully present with my daughter. And just to see that smile on her face, because she doesn't know what's going on, you know what I mean? She's 1.5 years old. So just spending time with my daughter and my wife is everything to me. So they keep me going, they keep me motivated. And it's so beautiful, man.
What was the biggest adjustment you have to make since becoming a dad?
Biggest adjustment, waking up in the middle of the night, when she was first born, changing diapers or getting her, like, not resting as much, because it's so important for basketball players to get their rest and because you recover during that time, right? So I feel like, yeah, not getting as much sleep, but now my wife did such a great job in sleep training my daughter. So now I can get my 8 hours of sleep. I can get my naps and stuff like that. But I would say, yeah, in the beginning, it was sleeping.
How good are you at changing diapers now?
I'm great. I feel like as far as a dad, I'm so hands-on. Like I feel like in Indonesia, it's not as normal, But with my daughter, I'm so hands-on. Like I want to be fully present, every time I can be, because basketball does take a lot of time away. But I feel like, I manage it well. If you would ask my wife, she'd be like, yeah, Wado, he manages it well, the time that I spend with my wife and my daughter, stuff like that.
Man, how are you feeling though when you playing basketball on the court and then you see baby Mochi watching courtside?
I'm just grateful, to be honest. Like it just gives me extra motivation, to win. Because not only am I doing it for myself, I'm doing it for my family, and also PJ is my family too. So that's like my shield. Like I really carry it with me, and I feel like I have to prove every time I get out there. Like I have to prove, like to myself, not to somebody, to myself. Like yo, like you can do it. You know what I mean? And you see me sometimes on the court, like talking to myself, just extra motivation to know that you can do it. Whatever you put your heart and mind into, like you can achieve it.
Bro, there's a lot on your plate, Professional basketball player, added as a dad also.
Yeah.
And you also have your own brand.
Yeah.
You have probably one of the craziest style in the IBL. But if
Yeah.
you could describe your style, how would you describe it?
My style, I would say, just organic. It's just who I am. My brand stands for "We Are the Others," So just embrace who you are, and no matter what anybody thinks of you, that doesn't matter. If anybody hates on you, it's like if you ain't got haters, you ain't doing nothing right. You know what I mean?
Facts.
So it's just like just be who you are. Love yourself. Yeah, just keep it organic, man. Like, and just wear what you want and express yourself. I feel like with what I wear is it's my personality. Crazy in a good way. Loud. Yeah, and confident. The main thing is just always be confident, bro.
I'd like to know though, how did you come up with "We Are the Others"? That's crazy though. That's really
Cause
nice.
like I don't know, like
Yeah.
growing up in California, I do know. Growing up in California, like playing basketball and California is like it's an African American like dominated sport, right? And just like me, like I'm considered Asian, so like when I would play pickup at a park, they'll be like, "Oh, look, Life of Pi, he could shoot that rock," like and just like I always felt I was a other. I wasn't really like included in like I didn't feel like I was like just one of the guys that I was just like
Did they pick
but
you
yeah.
last?
Huh?
Did they pick you last always?
No. They didn't pick me last, but it's just like I just felt like I was just a little different. I was an other. I was a little different from everyone else, and so that's where I came up with that. I was like, so whoever wears it, like even if you don't feel like you are included in the social norm, of what's a regular, then you are other. You're a little different. So be able to represent yourself, even if you're different from anybody else. Still be confident, and still rep who you are and where you come from and stuff like that. So that's why I always felt confident, You know, even in Cali or wherever I am, I'm just like, bro, embrace your heritage and where you come from. So that's why I got like We Are the Others.
Man, that's a really dope name, man, for your
Thank
brand.
you. Thank you.
Guys, if you
Appreciate
can
it.
see, you could stand up a bit probably. Bisa lihat nggak celananya nih?
Wado,
Sure.
this is Wado Jakarta.
Yeah, and
I got
get
these,
the shorts though. I
you
love
know,
the shorts.
made to order shorts, batik, you know.
Yeah, ooh, that's crazy.
Yeah, man.
Um,
I literally do the brand all by myself. Like I manufacture all by myself. Tukang jahit. I have my own tukang jahit. I do the website and everything myself. Yeah, so it's something that it's my hobby, something that I love to do, and you know, just takes my mind off of basketball at times like that, and just be creative. Even in high school in America, I won like most athletic and then best dress. You know, and everyone used to like buy my swag, man. You know, but.
oh,
And
man.
now it's just like now I've kind of like toned it down. I'm not as loud because I'm a dad now, so I'm like maybe I gotta change my swag up and wear more like dad attire. But sometimes my wife's like, man, just continue to be you. You know, that's the most important thing, is to be you.
Yeah, man, I just love your vibes, man. And then I saw that you also like went to pasar. Untuk
Yeah,
cari
pasar,
bahan.
yep, to pasar. No, like there's a lot of things that people don't know like about me. Like even when I was growing up in Bali, like I would go with my aunties to the pasar, like belanja sendiri, beli buah atau apa beli sayuran, you know, and like even then they're like, oh, you're bule, and I'm like, but I'm half, so I know what things cost, you know. You don't have to rip me off, but don't worry, I'll always give the extra, you know, just to help out people there. And for me, I love things that are organic, you know. I just love the natural, and I love to support local, and
And
whatever it is.
of course, you came from Cali and then you moved to
Cali,
Bali
yeah,
and
Bali
Indonesia
for a
now.
little bit, yeah, my
Yeah.
dad's.
Just how much do you love the Indonesian culture?
I love it. You know, it's very family orientated. And the thing I love about it is like Indonesians are very loud people and they love to gossip. You know, especially my Bali family. my Bali family, they're so loud. It's like, it's so funny because my wife's like, she's half Japanese, right? And Japanese is totally kind of opposite. They're very on the quiet side and to themselves and very private. But in Indonesia, like everyone is just say what you want, you know, type. And then I love it, bro. It's so funny. I was just in Bali too, and I was just to see my cousin and she just talks so much, and to whoever, you know, is such a beautiful I can't say that word, but just like not caring what anybody thinks about.
Cuek.
Yeah, cuek.
Yeah.
About you, you know, which is beautiful, and that's the thing about like my brand is like you're organic, and just be you, and who cares?
So, nasi padang atau babi guling?
Ooh, beceleng. Beceleng is babi guling. Beceleng is babi guling. Yeah, babi guling. I would think so. The
So babi
spices are
guling.
just different. Yeah.
So babi guling, your pick.
I like yeah, babi guling is my pick. I like lawar, the vegetables with the coconut and apa, it's like a green bean. Yeah, it's like that. Yeah, I was messing that babi guling up, man. There's actually this place in Meeting that I need to try.
Okay.
Yeah, so I got
They have
yeah.
babi guling out here too.
Yeah,
huh?
they have babi guling on here too. Yeah. Yeah. Sorry guys, but babi guling is my pick. Babi guling and babi ketchup.
Oh, babi ketchup.
Yeah, babi ketchup. Yeah. But
It's good, right?
But I do like rendang. That's one nasi
Nasi padang.
terong balado. Yeah, terong balado. Saya suka juga. And rendang is definitely super yummy.
Yeah, rendang is undefeated, bro.
It is. But I've noticed that Padang food is not as spicy as like babi guling or like
You like
Balinese
spicy food?
I love spicy food.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
You can handle spicy food.
I can handle spicy food. Yeah, I love spicy food.
Your stomach is okay?
My stomach is okay. When I first came here, actually, there's this place, the Ben Hill, like the Bengkel Jualan ayam gerpek, right?
yeah,
Oh my gosh, and it was and lalapan like ayam gorengan, right? And it was so spicy. It's called sambal setan. Oh my gosh, sambal setan. I could even have that, bro. That was fire. That was so good. But at times, it's like being a professional athlete. Like I have to manage it. It's like when can I eat spicy? When can I eat oily foods? And then when do I need to be healthy? So like during the season, I really focus in on my nutrition, and even now too, right? I really watch what I eat, because at 32 now, things like that really affect me, to be honest. Like with my recovery right now, I'm just like, I need to eat just raw vegetables and protein.
Because it's unusual. Usually, players that came from the States, they really
Yeah,
not good with the spicy food out here.
But yeah,
Yeah.
even in California, like I would eat spicy food. Yeah, like Indonesian food as well. You know, like sambal mata, and then like sambal terasi, stuff like that. Sambal tomat. I would eat that. You know.
Bro, on Kita, you look very natural, bro. You look very natural in front of the camera. I think your wife is also a content creator. So
Yeah,
why not thinking-
I actually got her into that. I
Oh,
actually
you-
got her.
you
Yeah,
did?
yeah.
Okay.
So I was like, you know what? Like, might as well, you know, start making videos and stuff like that. For me, I'm not as consistent with my posts. I need to be better, because sometimes I'm like when I was in Bali, I'm just so present with my wife and my daughter, like, and I'm enjoying just not being on my phone, and it feels amazing, you know, because
You should be a vlogger, bro.
I know I should. People have been telling me all the time. That's why, you know, I have my team right here. We're gonna get it right. Shout out to these guys. You know, I'm happy to be back. So we're definitely gonna make lots of more content, and not only basketball but family content, and just, you know, like today, riding my bike. You know, people always think like, oh, in Jakarta you always have to be in the car. Like, no, like it's so beautiful today. You know, the sun's out, not too much pollution in the air, and it's beautiful to be riding my bike, you know.
Sepeda guys, tadi hari ini.
Yeah,
Datangnya, guys.
hari ini naik sepeda. It's just to appreciate like just all the little things, you know, and that's the thing about life, man. You gotta appreciate the little
How
things.
often you take your bike around, man?
Well, I was injured, but usually like at least 3-4 times a week.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Car free day, I do that, but it's kind of hard because I want to be present with my wife and daughter. So if I'm on the bike, you know, my wife, I'll leave my wife and my daughter behind. So yeah, I try to ride my bike as much as I can.
Okay, now let's talk about basketball again.
Okay, let's do it.
Okay, PJ has a lot of young players, up and coming stars on the team. What do you think about the progress of the young players like Yesaya, Arigi, Agassi, PJ?
They're definitely. We're happy to have Day back. You know, he was in the Impact for about 8 months, I think, and from what I see now, he has better court vision. His game has definitely been developing, but also the young players too. You know, I think every year they're developing as players, and their mental toughness. You know, different coaches coming in. I think it's the coaches are helping them. You know, as far as the mental aspect of the game, is to just be confident. Like, you know, just take control and be confident when you're out there. But Arigi, he's been huge for us. I don't know if I think people know now he's been injured, right? So wish Arigi a speedy recovery, but he's been tremendous for us, you know, throughout these past years, as far as his defensive presence. Like, he's a dog, he's not scared, and I love that about him. And he's a super sharp shooter, you know. So I think the guys are doing better. Aldi, he's seeing more court time now, so it's good for him. I think it's important, you know, these guys see that time on the floor, because playing builds that confidence, you know. And it's good that, you know, JT was using all these players, you know, in certain points of the game, and then now Dave is using them as well, you know. So I think for these young players, getting out on the court and having that court time is very beneficial for their careers.
What was your reaction when PJ signed Coach David Singleton?
I'm happy, you know. I'm not too familiar with his coaching style. I mean, I know his coaching style, like Bandung and stuff, like we scouted them. It's different style offense compared to PJ, because we're more of a run and gun type of team, and he's more of a half-court offense type coach. But I'm happy for him. Congratulations to him. I'm excited to be working alongside him. Also, Team Nas, right? And now PJ. And yeah, so far so good. Yeah, I'm excited for this upcoming season to play for him, have all the guys back. I don't know what imports are all coming back, but you know, just I know Bean's coming back, and I'm excited for that. So
you played in Japan, I think Japanese B1, right?
yeah,
For
B1,
2 seasons.
two
right?
seasons, yeah.
Do you feel like they need to encourage local players to go overseas more in the future?
For sure, yeah, of course. I mean, I feel like it builds a lot of character, playing in a different league, playing outside of Indonesia. You definitely learn a lot, different tactics, different fundamentals that are taught in overseas, and the discipline when it comes to basketball, and just eating habits, or going to the gym. Like, when I was in Japan, it's like the weight room is like, it's up to you. It's like they treat you like a true professional. It's like it's up to you if you want to get into the gym or not. Just make sure you're ready to practice. And just showing up earlier than call time and leaving later, and just putting in the hours that you need to put in every day to excel. But I think, yeah, Indonesia should encourage players to play overseas. If the opportunity is there, why not? Go ahead and take advantage of that.
Oh, okay. What one thing that surprised you the most about the B League when you were there?
I would say the amount of games that we play, 60 plus games.
Oh, wow.
But because NBA is 80, right? And I believe the amount of games, it's important to play games. Like here in Indonesia, it's a 36 game season. If you go all the way to the end, I feel like the reason why some certain players are not developing as they should is because we're not playing enough basketball. We're doing all the drills, we're doing all the drills, all the fundamentals and stuff like that, but we're not playing. We need to play basketball, because when you play basketball, it's like you have to think, out on the court, and like there's not really pickup games here in Indonesia as well, and I think that's very important for players to develop their game, and not have everything be controlled. But that's one thing that Japan that surprised me, and then also just like how hard they play and how disciplined they are. As far as like picking up 94 feet, guarding someone, and that's what JT brought. He brought that type of intensity on defense. But in Japan, it's like the intensity is like that. So yeah, the way the guys, they're so disciplined, and the way they work. And the structure, it's very structured, which is good though, and that's why they excel, right? And as far as FIBA, they're up there as far as the Indonesian country. So, Japan.
So, how many games in the IBL will be ideal for you, do you think? 45 to 50?
Yeah, for 45 to 50, we should. The guys are here, 8 months, 10 months. Like, I think we need to play more games. I don't understand why not. The IBL is making money, what I mean? It's like, I think we need to play more basketball, bro, to be honest. Yeah, we're practicing, but like, let's play more. Let's have 2 to 3 games a week. That's how it was in the B League. You play Wednesday, then you have a back-to-back Saturday, Sunday. So I think at least 50 games. They should definitely increase, like probably, we're 36 games now, at least 10 more. Play every team at least 3 times. Since we don't have as many teams as the B League, play at least every team 3 times,
I think the fans would love that.
Right?
Yeah.
Exactly, right? And the players, I think, would love it too, because all the players in Indonesia, we're working hard, and it's just like, man, guys want to play more games, because there's so many breaks of just us practicing, Scrimmages are cool and everything, but it's just like, man, we work so hard for a reason, for people to come and watch us, So I think we should definitely have more games.
Yeah, I think the IBL will keep that one in
Yeah.
mind for sure. Brandon, I asked Pras this, but I think you answered it already. If you could change one rule in the IBL, what would it be?
Yeah,
Play more
rule.
games.
Oh, I actually have another one. Play more games, and then also like the championship finals in a bigger arena, man. We need at least like 6,000, maybe 10,000 fans, man. Like, come on. Like, basketball is so entertaining, more entertaining than sepak bola. Sepak bola is so boring. Sorry, but it's so boring. Like, basketball, it's like there's dunks, there's 3-pointers, there's celebrations. It's a faster paced game, and to be honest, like I used to play soccer growing up too. You know, I used to play midfielder and I used to play goalie as well. Like, and I was actually really good. I won like MVP of this Turkey tournament, like growing up in the States. Like I was a very good soccer player, but I just felt like basketball is just more of an up-tempo game. There's more swagger to it. You know, we're way more stylish than football players, man. Like sepak bola players. Like that's just what it is. And I don't know why our fan base. I mean, it is growing, but it's growing at such a slow pace. And I feel that basketball should be up there with sepak bola. Maybe because they don't understand it or something.
Maybe.
But that's the thing. Maybe the IQ or something. But I just like
Too much rules.
too much. It's not too much rules, bro. There's a free throw. You know, there's a 3-pointer, there's a 2-pointer. It's not that many rules, you know. But I think, yeah. I think with the IBL and what they're doing with this league and the evolution of it and bringing all these NBA players and high caliber basketball players, that it's definitely going to grow more. And one day, I want to be a part of it, that we're going to make basketball bigger than sepak bola in Indonesia, man.
We'll get there.
Yeah, we'll get there. We'll get there because Indonesia, they're putting so much money into the sport, bringing the FIBA offices here. But one thing I can say, it is a more of expensive sport, because
the shoes,
buying a ball, sewa lapangan. Yeah, there is no lapangan that's kind of like free for you to just go. And that's the difference in like the Philippines, where the courts are just open for you to play everywhere, right? So, I want to be a part of it and help basketball be available to the kids in the kampung, and everyone in Indonesia if they like to play it. Because for me, I just feel like it's a more interesting, I might be biased, but it's a more interesting game to watch than sepak bola. Sepak bola is like, you score it could be 0-0, it could be like 1-2. In basketball, we're scoring 100 of points,
It's more dynamic.
Yeah, exactly. Way more dynamic, bro. So
how about you going to kampung? I think you and Lester could be a great duo, man.
Yeah,
You'll be a brand ambassador for basketball in Indonesia.
Yeah, we need to have a meeting, me and Lester, because before I was a dad and got married and stuff like that, I was doing that with Timnas. I was doing charity. I had my own little charity, right? I would just go and go to the the less fortunate areas and stuff like that, the campus like that, and give them food to eat and just give them money, buy school supplies and stuff like that. I had my little Juara foundation and stuff like that. So we got to get back on that, guys. And yeah, just give back to the kids in the kampung, and kind of sponsor them if they have the talent. Then be able to sponsor them, and because there's a lot of kids in Papua that are tall, athletic, and even here, but they might not be able to have opportunities because they can't afford certain things. So I think it's something that is that, as God is telling me, you need to help the kids that are not as fortunate as you, to be able to play basketball if they want to play. Give them an opportunity.
I think you and Lester, man, need to do something in the future.
Yeah. No, we actually after he won the champ. I hate saying that. After he won the championship, we spoke about it. We were like, because I just saw that he did something in Lampung, right? Was it Lampung? Yeah. So I saw they did something there, and I told him, I was like, bro, let's. Before he did that, I was like, let's do something together, because I have my academy. I postponed it because of my whole situation, because I just started kind of walking about a month ago. Family vacation and stuff like that. But I definitely, since I'm here now, and I'm like, there's so many things that need to get done that are going to get done, Lester with my academy and stuff like that, and giving back, to the basketball community here, because we need basketball to continue to evolve and get better and maju in Indonesia, because we have the talent and we're starting to build that platform. So, I just continue to hope that we can.
You guys both have big platform.
Yeah, exactly.
And the kids will love you guys.
Yeah, for sure.
Just because you guys are, very, very lay low, very.
Yeah.
You could get along with
and I hope my team here in the IBL can help us, get that platform, to all come together, man. You know what I mean? Because it's been difficult, like doing things on my own, because I've always like in the beginning, like the foundation, like I was doing everything on my own. You know what I mean? And I need a team, so that's why, like, with these guys now, I'm able to now leverage that and hope to do the best that I can, since the time that I'm here and present here in Indonesia basketball.
All right. After you come back from the injury later on next year, what is the next milestone that you want to accomplish as a player?
I mean, I need to win more championships, bro.
More championships?
More championships, like.
How many more? How many more?
So, C games I won, CLS, PJ won. I was with the team in 2017 when they won, but fortunately, because of the rules, I was unable to play, so that doesn't count for me. I need to. I only won one. I need to win at least like 4 more. Like 30. I'm 32 now. Whether it's a player or as a coach, but hopefully as a player, like I want to win at least 4 more. My thing is just staying healthy. I want to win more championships, man. How much does Arky have? He got like CS 6. Yeah. I just want to win more championships, man. And that's one thing that I'm so frustrated about, because I wasn't out on the floor this past finals, man. I thought things would be a little different, but I want to at least win 4 more. I'm speaking that into existence. It's gonna happen. I'm gonna win 4 more. I'm literally gonna win 4 more championships. So I'm confident. Just gotta stay healthy. Confident with my organization, and it's gonna happen, man.
You still could play like 6.
I still can, man.
Yeah,
I take care of myself. This whole injury was unfortunate. It's not like I did it doing. It was just unfortunate. But other than that, I know how I take care of myself, and I know how much work I put into basketball and taking care of my body and my mind too. And I'm just like, I know I can get back out there and dominate and win.
Last one. How do you want the IBL fans remember you as a player?
A winner. That's number one, a winner, and someone that that has swagger, a winner, swagger. I wouldn't say did it his way, because I'm a team player, I'll sacrifice anything for the team, but yeah, just a winner, to be honest. The number one thing is a winner, a competitor, and just whether it's versus whoever, it's just someone that always played with a chip on his shoulder, and just never gave up, because I've had injuries, but I never gave up. A lot of people in a situation like mine, they would just fold and just throw in the towel. I'm not like that. I'm a guy that continues to thread the needle whenever. So definitely a winner, a competitor.
They will definitely remember you as a winner because you won multiple championships.
Yeah, but it's not enough.
Enough.
For me, it's not enough. It's not enough. But I can say, like, one that I am proud of is that SEA Games championship, man. And I am proud of all the other championships. But that SEA Games is because we've never gotten to that point in 30 years. We never won a gold. And for the team that did that, and the way that we played together as a team, I don't think everyone, I don't know, people didn't believe in us, and just to prove people wrong and win that was amazing.
That was history.
Was history,
yeah.
And I just hope that we can at least make it a FIBA Asia, and just put Indonesian basketball. We need to evolve, man. We need to be there.
We need to come back to FIBA Asia, man.
We need to come back to FIBA Asia, man. I'm tired of watching these other teams, but I'm tired of it, man. So something needs to change, and we got to build a solid team to get out there and make that happen.
We will.
We will.
We will, man. Most definitely. And now
keep winning, man. Appreciate you.
Appreciate you, man. It's been fun, man. It's a fun podcast.
Super fun, bro. Super fun.
Thank you so much.
This is actually, I think this is my second podcast. So.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, to be honest, I didn't think I was like a podcast type of guy, but it's fun, bro. It's super fun.
Yeah, man. Hey, they
should
invite you more, man.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. Yo, thank you IBL for having me and Rocky for hosting me as well. Jangan lupa ya guys, subscribe to IBL TV and watch IBL TakeOver. And for Play the Giant Basketball. Ballin'! Thank you guys.